a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
The job was supposed to be simple. Sneak into the Brooklyn Museum, borrow a particular Egyptian artifact, and leave without getting caught. No, it wasn't robbery. We would have returned the artifact eventually, but I guess we did look suspicious. 4 kids in black ninja clothes on the roof of the museum. Oh, and a baboon, also dressed like a ninja. Definitely suspicious. The first thing we did was send our trainees, Jazz and Walt, to open the side window, while Khufu, Sadie, and I examined the big glass dome in the middle of the roof, which was supposed to be our exit strategy. Our exit strategy wasn't looking too good. It was well after dark, and the museum was supposed to be closed. Instead, the glass dome glowed with light. Inside, 40 feet below, hundreds of people in tuxedos and evening gowns mingled and danced in a ballroom the size of an airplane hangar. An orchestra played, but with the wind howling in my ears and my teeth chattering, I couldn't hear the music. I was freezing in my linen pajamas. Magicians are supposed to wear linen because it doesn't interfere with magic, which is probably a great tradition in the Egyptian desert, where it's hardly ever cold and rainy. In Brooklyn, in March, not so much. My sister Sadie didn't seem bothered by the cold. She was undoing the locks on the dome while humming along to something on her iPod. I mean, seriously, who brings their own tunes to a museum break-in? She was dressed in clothes like mine, except she wore combat boots. Her blonde hair was streaked with red highlights, very subtle for a stealth mission. With her blue eyes and light complexion, she looked absolutely nothing like me, which we both agreed was fine. It was always nice to have the option of denying that the crazy girl next to me is my sister. Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
I'm Raye, following the path of Geb.
And I'm Charlie, following the path of Bast. Raye,
We're
how
fucking
you
back.
been? We're back. We're better than ever. I'm sick again. Like,
When do we not have throat problems? For real.
literally, at all times. I was like trying to give us a long enough break because, listen, I had 3 pods on break at the same time and trying to get them all back around the same time. It's just hard to get the motivation when you're like, oh, I'm on pod break.
Yeah.
I don't gotta think about that, and then I'm like, wait, I have to schedule people. Wait, I have to do things. Fuck. So, just how my life has been lately.
Yeah.
Are we excited? New book?
New book!
New book? New season? The Throne of Fire?
I'm definitely quite excited.
Smaller? It's got less chapters? The chapters are chunkier? Trust me, the chapters are chunky.
Ooh, I'll have
In
to
this
be
book.
prepared.
Like, I feel like we need to not prep within a half hour of recording time now. It needs to be a little bit longer, just in case.
I tried to today, but I couldn't find my book, so I did end up using the half-hour time. There's a lot of places with books in this household.
Like I said, you already have the book. You can, peruse the Google, be like, Throne of Fire PDF. I know places.
I purchased this paperback for $10. I've done my dues.
Exactly. You already own the thing. Why not? Because I love me a PDF nowadays because I can just be like, okay, I need to search this specific fact about this character or this specific when this thing comes up in the book so I can plan a myth section. Or if I'm drawing and I'm just like, okay, what do they look like in this specific book? Where is that image description of them and such a thing? It's very helpful, honestly. It was very helpful when I was reading this book and I found our first timeline discrepancy.
Oh!
I can't wait.
Exciting.
Within the same book. That's all I'm gonna say. First timeline discrepancy within the same book. If you've read this book before, you probably know what it is.
Very interesting. You wanna just jump into it? You ready? You ready
Tell me
for...
what happened in this chapter where we had fun with spontaneous combustion.
Yep. What? How do we feel? Do we call that spontaneous combustion? Do we feel like that's valid?
Does combustion mean that something has to blow up or just set fire?
Just set fire.
Okay.
Combustion does imply a certain chemical reaction, but, you know, when people talk about spontaneous combustion, what that generally means is something that has set fire with, like, no impetus. Like, there's, like, weird cases of people spontaneously combusting that it's like, we don't know what happened there. They just caught on fire.
I mean, technically they don't know what happened here at this point in time. Like,
yeah.
Presumably it's like, it's a trap, but like,
I mean, it's
do
magic
we know
fire. It's magic.
What makes
don't worry about it.
Exactly. It's like, it's kind of spontaneous combustion until you figure out what happened.
I don't actually know what the proper definition is. We'll call it fine. We'll say that this is valid enough. Okay, so introduction chapter. We're doing it. We're making it happen. We have our framing device. Carter sets up that the world is about to end due to Big Snake. Then we hop into in media res. Carter, Sadie, and two of their new acolytes, and Khufu, obviously. They are in the middle of a museum heist. Unfortunately, the heist was scheduled on the same day as a wedding. You would really think we would avoid that, but, you know, apparently we're on a time crunch. Yeah, there's stuff going on. There's also relationship drama. Sadie is into Walt, but she's worried that Walt has a thing going on with Jazz. They're people who exist. Yeah.
They sure are.
They break in, they find the 8-foot statue that they came here for, and they try to figure out what they're supposed to do with it. Since Horace was not very clear in his instructions, Walt, my man, is the MVP. He figures out the puzzle involved in the statue. Sadie touches things that she shouldn't, as she frequently does. It works out until it doesn't. Whatever she activated, it lights up in magic fire, and it looks like next chapter they're probably going to have a problem of a creature of some sort.
A problem? What? Is it almost like they activated a trap because they are, you know, robbering, thieving. there are better verbs that could be used here.
Very Nick Cage, very National Treasure of them.
Literally, that's what this is. This is the Nick Cage chapter. Okay? Hey guys, I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
I'm gonna steal this 8-foot statue and levitate it out the ceiling.
The fact that it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna steal a statue. Bro? Bro. I feel
Don't
like...
worry about it. It's fine.
I feel like that's not plausible. It's like what Riley said in National Treasure. It's like stealing him, referring to Abraham Lincoln in you know, that monument. You can't be done. Not that it shouldn't be done. It can't be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can do direct quotes because I just hear them in my brain. Yeah, it's certainly a time here today. I love it. Hey, I kind of have some myth things.
Oh.
Wait, maybe. Yes, okay. I was double checking that I got it correctly, that was mentioned in this chapter. I just read this book, like, in, you know, a couple days, and I had, many sporadic notes on what I could talk about, and I swapped what I originally had for this chapter to something else, so that we could kind of try to talk about the Book of Ra-ish. We'll see. So in case you missed it. Let's talk about some ancient Egyptian funerary texts.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I just read this book, and I was like, the Book of Ra. I wonder if this is based off of anything. I'm gonna try to figure that out and see if it's based off of an actual text. There are a few things it could possibly be based off of. Maybe.
Okay.
Because, okay, I already talked about, like, the journey of Ra and, like, all of that, like, a lot. Like, that's his whole thing, is riding on the sun barge, going through the many hours of the day, and then the many hours of the underworld in the nights.
As he does.
And so, that journey is, in fact, in ancient Egyptian funerary texts, which there's quite a few of them. There's some from the Old Kingdom, some from the Middle Kingdom. I'm assuming this is just not the Book of the Dead, because that one's just, that's more for, you know, the dead people.
Right.
I think the ones that I was considering it might be was the Am Duat and the Book of Gates. I want to say those might be the closest to what it could be, because they both, have Ra's full journey through the underworld and everything, as he continually dies and is reborn and everything. And, you're trying to find the Book of Ra. You're trying to reawaken Ra. Well, the assumption is that he's, dead, asleep, something.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to wake him up, rebirth him,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to be spoilery. I'm trying to be this is natural progression of the plots, I think, from what we've already talked about on this podcast. But like I said, there's so many books that also talk about this, and how the underworld is divided up into these different hours or caves that Ra and sometimes also the dead people have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these, again, are more based off of the dead people, but the ones that I found, like I said, the Amduat and the Book of Gates are a little bit about Ra as well. Book of Gates is about a deceased person who's journeying with Ra, so there's that.
I assume you go through the different gates into the Duat or whatever.
Yeah, something happens during each, hour of the night.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
of that,
totally.
But I don't want to get into all of the details.
I see.
I
See,
I was just I want to tell you that that's potentially what the Book of Ra is based off of.
I see. I do feel like you are dropping many hints for things that I don't know about this novel, which we are about to read. But I don't think it's, necessarily bad.
Listen, there is this boat on the cover of this book.
I don't know shit, man. And also mine doesn't have a boat, because it's a
What does yours have?
modern paperback.
Ooh.
Presumably a throne. I don't know, it's got fire on it.
Interesting.
There appears to be a sarcophagus, maybe. I don't know. No, that's not a sarcophagus. It's they're on top of some pillars.
Mine has got
Yeah, you got the classic cover.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the
I don't
one.
dislike this one, but that one's definitely better.
Yeah.
Mine's purple, and yours is red.
It's the color of chaos. Mine's purplish red.
Oh, okay. Well,
but...
anyways, I was looking at the other funerary rite books, and the bottom one on the Wikipedia list is Litany of Raye. Raye also being Ra, which is a funerary text that's only for pharaohs or very popular nobility. And it invokes Ra. And so I'm that also feels related.
Yeah, it's also a possibility of something. It is more of a prayer book, I guess. But it does invoke him in 75 different forms.
Yeah, in our chapter here, they talk about him having 3 different personalities.
Yeah, I don't know about 75. I only know about the 3. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he's got 50 names because, he is, in fact, the most important deity, so.
Yeah. The litany, it sounds kind of connects the king, the pharaoh, with Ra, And so I feel that's interesting, but I don't know if it's relevant. Anyways.
The 12, what is it? The spell of 12 caves is, again, more for, someone who has died, and then there's the Book of the Earth. I guess it's a counterpart to the Book of Caverns. I only slightly perused this. Okay, well it's still got some of Ra doing his solar bark stuff in it.
They love to talk about Ra. He's a man. He's the man.
He's a man. He's the man. He's the most important guy. You know what? Let's talk about the chapter.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about this chapter because there's some stuff to unpack. we get the famous warning once again because it's an audio recording.
Right. Our delightful framing device. This part's funny because it is a lot shorter than last time because Carter's we're in a fucking hurry. And then, he's gonna go on for however many 100 pages.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, if you didn't listen, here's the short of it. Egyptian gods are here, and there's magicians, and everybody hates us, and there's a big snake gonna, destroy the world. Sucks.
So I don't remember the plot of this book at all. I remembered our extra characters who we get here, but like only in the most vague terms. I don't feel like I know their personalities at all. I just know that they like existed. Anyways, so I was reading this and I'm like, wait, are we dealing with Big Snake in this book? Then what's going to happen in the next one? And then I remembered that, like, since this is the framing device, it's going to be the same at the end of the book, meaning that, you know, if Carter says that a big snake is about to swallow the sun and destroy the world, that is still going to be the situation when they're done with their recording here, most likely.
Yeah.
So presumably we'll still have to deal with that.
It's like how Percy was dealing with Kronos in all 5 books.
Yeah. So, which is why I thought it was weird. He's the big bad, clearly.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they're like, okay, the point of this is to tell you guys what's really happening, how things went wrong. Interesting, because everybody hates them, and they're trying not to have everybody hate them right now. So they're doing a heist. They're doing Kane's 5, sorry, because Khufu.
Don't forget Khufu.
So that's our alternate title for this chapter is Kane's 5, I think.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we're not stealing anything. We would have returned it eventually. And it's like, it's okay, guys. The museum probably stole it anyway.
And it is definitely still stealing. Also, I love that they are described as being dressed like ninja, including Khufu. You know, they're all wearing all black.
Well, he's like a blonde baboon. He kind of needs to cover some things.
Yeah.
Especially the ass.
Yes, most definitely.
And also, like, they do mention that they're wearing the linen pajamas again. So it's like those, but black. And that's how they look like ninjas.
Fashionable.
And yeah, there's just a fucking wedding here, which...
What in the heck? How do you do a heist and not know that there's a wedding?
I mean... Again, my brain is going to National Treasure, and it's like, okay, so sometimes a big party is a good thing, as
right.
a diversion, kind of like.
But like, if you knew that it was happening,
same room, I guess.
No,
so not great. Yeah, you need to like plan for that. Then what you need to do is they all need to be wearing like tuxes and fancy dresses and like sneak in with the party. You know, come on, give me some spy shit. Make them be spy kids.
Carter also mentions that it's really cold and wet and that their linen outfits are not ideal.
Yeah. Why do we gotta wear... why do we gotta wear the linen outfits? Like, we could still be wearing black, but wear, like, you know, some jeans and, like, some hoodies. Like, I don't know.
So they say that you can't wear animal materials. I bet you also can't wear plastic. Like, I bet that, like, acrylics and polyester and shit fuck with your magic like crazy just because they're bad.
It could happen. Maybe.
I bet they don't conduct, like, how plastic doesn't conduct electricity.
Yeah. I don't know if I brought this up the last time we started talking about, like, them and, like, the clothing and everything. Did you ever watch The Sorcerer's Apprentice?
The live action?
Another Nick Cage movie?
Of course.
Yeah. My brain just goes to, like, yeah, you can't wear those shoes because your rubber soles affect the current of your magic. It always makes me think of that. It's, like, the same exact system.
Man, the Tesla coil from that movie lives in my brain forever and ever.
Listen, the Tesla coil with the song and everything. What a 2010s time, right?
Sorry guys, but Tesla coils playing music, always good.
Always good. And Sadie is still wearing her boots, as always.
Of course she is.
And apparently she's listening to her iPod during
the heist.
Break-in. During our heist. Of all times. Girl.
Carter has to pull her earbuds out to talk to her, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. She's got the red still in her hair. What was it last book? She went from like red to blue and then back to red or something. And we're at red again. We gotta keep a running tally on like what the streaks are going on.
I'm trying to remember, because I don't remember her dyeing it back. I just remember the red to blue. So maybe she did it back to red off screen.
Yeah, I thought she went back to red, but I don't remember now.
It's been a little while for us.
Oh well. And yeah, Sadie's complaining about how this museum would be empty. She looked it up. She's like, yeah, it closed at 5. And she's losing her accent.
I can't believe this.
Guys, it only took 3 months
yeah.
of back to living in the States.
That's just wild.
I mean, she was only British for 6 years.
Yeah.
Of her life. So it's gonna happen that she's gonna lose it. But like,
You know
I
what
feel
this
like
means.
she's gonna have a transatlantic accent. she's gonna have like a
Oh my
weird
god.
like.
I cannot do transatlantic, bro. We're what this means is that we don't have to do shit ass British accents at the top of the episode anymore when we're reading the quotes.
Guys, do you want us to do British accents anymore or not? do you hate it?
You know, I actually would like to know that. Like, because I know that mine's bad.
I think I like asked Jish and I was just like, how were accents? Because, you know, real life British person, correspondent, and they were like, it was a choice. And I was like, thanks?
Fuck. Oh no, that sounds so bad.
They said something like that.
Oh shit. I watched like one video on how to do an RP like accent, and I was like, I'm just gonna fucking fake it, man. I'm not good at accents.
I was gonna say, my problem is I'm just like, well, I gotta think of like, how do I think the Sadie accent works too? Because I don't just want to do like, you know, my fake Emma Watson voice or whatever. Like, no, I think she's a little bit rougher than that. You know, she's not, I don't think she's quite as posh. I don't know. I have thoughts on how Sadie's accent specifically works. But that's just me.
Yeah, there are very different, you know, cultural connotations with different UK accents.
Exactly. So I feel like I should have just, like, rewatched House of Anubis and just engrossed myself in that. Some of them don't even have the correct accent, let's be honest, though.
Oh, I also wanted to mention that website, web is capitalized, and it's also 2 words. Just, I don't know.
What year did this come out?
Yeah.
Like, is this... That feels wrong.
No, it super does. But, you know, it's a formatting choice. A choice was made.
Oh, that's right. I definitely messaged the Discord about this, but I found at least one grammar issue. Like, there was a sentence that I read, and I'm like, there's a word missing here.
Oh, damn.
Very obviously.
Oh, damn. These books got rushed out.
Yeah. So, just things going on. This is when Rick was putting out 2 books a year. So, this is the start of the commercialization of, like, so much of this stuff, where he just starts pumping it out too fast. And the books he pumps out are too big.
Yeah, he was writing like fucking crazy, man. So anyways, in our book here, the wedding sounds like it's going great. I've never heard of people doing this particular thing before, which was that they are picking up the chairs of the bride and groom and carrying them around like they're on fucking palanquin.
Yeah, that might be a very specific, like, cultural
I wonder, because I've never heard of this before.
Because my brain's going to, like, doesn't that happen in, like, bar mitzvahs or something? Where you do that with, like, that one specific kid?
I don't know anything about bar mitzvah traditions, so.
I went to a couple. I had friends.
I
Apparently.
didn't. I moved too much. Oh, I was about to Google this.
Google. Do the Googles. Because yeah, that's not a good, boring, white Christian wedding. We don't do fun things like that.
No, you're right. It is Jewish weddings specifically.
There we go. Cool.
Damn. I can't believe you knew that.
My brain was just like, I know that's, like, a thing at one of these things. I've definitely heard of this before, / either seen it in real life or seen it in a movie. So...
Jewish representation in our Rick Riordan book. Woot.
Good to know. Guys, we have our first Jewish people. Are these people getting married?
This is just like our token immigrant family last book.
And what is it? Like, we had maybe 2 Asian people in the Percy Jackson series. At least now we're Egyptian. We have more African Americans. We get that going for us.
Definitely.
We'll get gay people eventually, guys. It'll happen.
Soon. I mean, not for us in our podcast, but soon for Rick.
Let's see, in about 10 years. A little less than that, but still.
So Sadie's like, we'll figure it out. we'll go around this wedding. And Carter's like, the statue is right there. We want to take it out through the ceiling here, right above the wedding. That's not gonna work.
How were you supposed to do that, though? Like, were they planning to magically lift it?
Yes, they say levitate, specifically. They have magic powers. Don't worry about it.
I would still be so scared of this. Because that is a heavy-ass object, and
they've got magic powers. Don't worry about it.
If you mess up and you drop it, you're gonna have to pay for some shit. You're gonna have to high nem a lot.
Yeah, that's what that spell's for. Don't worry about it.
Sadie also is like, we could pretend we're a maintenance crew. Yeah. 4 kids and a monkey.
Yeah.
It'll work.
So Sadie suggests they come back tomorrow, and Carter's like, that's not gonna work because they're moving the whole exhibit.
And Carter gives us the background on this, that, like, they did not have the notice, specifically, to do this earlier, because fucking Horace himself was like, hey, remember that thing you wanted? That could, like, save the world, or whatever? It's right over there. It's been there for 30 years, but it leaves tomorrow. So, good luck!
Go get it, right now.
Horace, you fucker.
He's a king of gods. I guess he's fucking busy. Too busy to help save the world.
Too busy to get the Book of Ra? How dare. Yeah, Carter's literally like, I would want to scream at him too.
I love this last line where he's like, I still have some of Horace's tendencies, like the occasional urge to hunt small furry rodents or challenge people to the death.
I love it.
I think that that's a very funny line. I also like the implications that, the possession and hosting has, like, left an impact on them and their personalities even a little bit.
I think we start to get some of that in, like, this book, where there's a little bit of hosts and gods, like, retaining some traits from each other.
Which totally makes sense. And, it makes sense that we wouldn't really have noticed that last book, because if Carter and Sadie ever acted like Horus and Isis, like, that can be very easily excused as, being the direct influence of Horus and Isis.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so let's create a diversion of some kind. Maybe.
Don't worry about it. Carter, you worry too much. Sadie says, don't worry about it, just like me.
Yeah.
Carter gives us some more exposition from last book.
Yeah, how his dad had a PhD in Egyptology so he could gain access to artifacts. God, I'm just burping as I'm talking this whole time.
Which is partially used to explain why some other magician might have cast protections on the Brooklyn Museum that they're breaking into currently.
Yeah.
Which is why they can't do it the easy way.
Yeah, well... And like, usually they could use the retrieval shabti and everything, but can't here. Not this time, because there's magic protections.
Yeah, I love how Rick just established last time that you could rob museums just by telling your shabti to go get something.
But only certain times.
Only sometimes. Yeah, we're retconning that, because that was too powerful. Like, we have to do real heists.
You can get the Narmer palette. That's fine. That's not a specific magical artifact or whatever. But also, what the fuck? And, okay, when Carter's describing the potential curses they could unleash, monster guardians, plagues, fires, exploding donkeys, don't laugh, they're bad news.
Classic.
This is some Rickisms. We're getting them.
Yep. Yeah, those Rickisms that are, like, cheesy now, but, like, when you're a kid, that's, like, the funniest shit. Yeah. I'm down for them. I think that they're funny.
Sometimes they are still the funniest shit, okay? That's just me. I still laugh at them. Other people are like, Charlie, you're nearly 30. Get over it. And I'm just like, this is my happy place. Leave me alone.
We all need to connect to our inner child sometimes.
I am a child. Leave me alone. Alright, so Khufu is gonna go open the dome, and they're gonna try to lift this. So, Jazz and Walt. Let's talk about Jazz and Walt. They're doing some stuff with the Sephoras.
I love their fucking heist spell, where they are duct taping Sons of Horus statues around the window that counteract both the regular alarm system and the curses. That That is the best shit to me. The combination of the duct tape with the magic statues that just make it feel so heist flavored and magic flavored, like ideal.
Very good. Amazing.
I just love mixed genres. I don't know.
That's it's what Rick works in. That's why it's great. It's why it scratches that itch for me, you know?
Yeah, totally.
And so Jazz and Walt are in the middle of a conversation.
They're holding hands.
Uh-oh. Guys, it's the horny hours once again.
Sadie, girl. Sadie, I'm not boy crazy Kane. Oh, sure.
Saying that her friends are boy crazy and she's not. Girl, this is the second boy you've apparently fallen in love with. Like, in 2 books. So, Jazz and Walt were the first of their initiates to respond. They've been with them for 7 weeks, longer than anyone else. And, alright, so Jazz, she's from Nashville. She's a cheerleader. She's blonde. Don't call her Jasmine.
Not Carter's type.
Well, that's fine. Carter, you already have a situationship to deal with. So,
my man's taken.
Emphasis on situation.
Yeah.
And she has healing magic, which is pretty cool. She's following the path of Sekhmet, which is like presumed based off of the healing and the Sekhmet symbol on her bag. So
very interesting choice.
You know, why not? I told you she's a healing goddess.
See, but you don't think of her. You don't think of healing first when you hear Sekhmet, huh?
No, but also, who's to say that doesn't mean that Jazz hits you harder, because she knows how to heal you. Therefore, she knows how to fuck you up. All right? I think that works. I think it makes sense. In other words, be afraid of doctors. They can fuck you up if they want.
There was this, I think it was a Tumblr post where they were describing like somebody getting out of a surgery and their little brother is like, what do you mean they're going to be bedridden? And the doctor's like, let me explain it to you this way. We just had a knife fight and I won.
Oh.
Which is my favorite way I've ever heard surgery described.
God. Yeah, that works. That certainly does work. And then we have Walt, and Sadie is apparently, like, right next to Carter, saying, like, describe him as hot. He's hot. Come on.
And then Carter's like, no? Well, here's his basketball position he would play. Because this is the only way that Carter knows how to, like, contextualize the world is through basketball.
Ah, the tism. Yeah, Walt is 14. And he's a tall guy, you know? He's pretty muscular, and he doesn't really wear magician clothes. But, like,
yeah, apparently that's not his vibe.
He's
so
like,
maybe
nah.
Workout shorts sounds like polyester to me, so maybe synthetics are fine? I don't fucking know.
The fact that synthetics are fine and, like, natural things like animal is incorrect.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. I'm fine with the animal thing, but, like, synthetics, you should not be allowed to use those. Like, the idea is that animal stuff has too much, like, spirit in it, it's gonna mess with your magical shit. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. But synthetics should have zero spirit, unlike plant vibes. Plants are gonna be good conductors. Synthetics are not. You know what I mean?
My brain's just also thinking about how, like, the druids don't wear metal rule of, like, or original 5e, I guess. I think they may have taken that away in the new edition. But, like, God, the fact that it's like, yeah, druids just don't wear metal because, like, that's, you know, weird. It's not the vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't make sense, man. Metal is natural, okay? It's a naturally occurring metal.
It is, but it's not the vibe.
Well, let my druids wear, you know, fancy metal armor, okay? Because they're really into rocks or, like, the elements.
Rock druid kind of slaps. That's true.
Like, ooh, what if it's made of precious gems or something? Diamond armor.
Fucking Minecraft shit.
Anyway.
So Walt's design here is fascinating. Walt is wearing a sleeveless tee also. He has darker skin than Carter, this is specified, and he is wearing a bunch of gold chains with amulets that he has made himself. And it's like, is this do we feel like this character design is like stereotyping? What's our vibe?
I don't know.
Because we are meant to like Walt. Like, he's definitely supposed to be a cool character, but there are like certain cultural signifiers going on here that I'm like, are you allowed to do that, Rick? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the language to put into words exactly like what's going on here. Cause like it feels like, you know, he could be like black jock guy who likes wearing like a gold chain, but like it's taken to an extreme or something. But I don't know.
Yeah,
what
like
the
it's
vibe
not
is
like
here.
that kind of guy doesn't exist. Like,
Yeah, they do.
or that there's anything wrong with looking like that kind of guy with the sleeveless tee and the chains. Like, that slaps if that's what you do. I just don't know. I don't know if Rick's allowed to say that though.
Again, it's always interesting when white
Mhm.
people try to put people of color in their books and they're like, I am in fact trying for representation.
Yeah.
And it's like the lines that you can and cannot cross of like, well, I saw somebody who looked like this on the street, so I'm gonna use that.
So what is good here is that, you know, stereotypes are fine as long as your characters are, one, not only stereotypes, and two, as long as stereotypes aren't your only representation. We have Carter as a mixed black boy, and then we have this other representation of a black boy, and they have very different presentations, and so we're getting, you know, more than one way that a black person can be. And like, that
And we have Amos
goes a
as
long
well.
fucking way, for one thing. Yes.
We have Amos as well. We technically had Julius, so
yeah. Having
Those are
more
black
than one
girls.
black character sure does fucking help.
yeah. Depends if you want to count the gods, but like for all the human characters, hey, we're up to 4 now.
And Sadie is also mixed, yes.
So we have Walt, who is a sow, a charm maker. He makes magic amulets that, you know.
Also using like this gold chain like cultural signifier and like using that as part of the character's magic. I think that that's probably a fun idea. I feel
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, like I'm gonna use this thing that like
means something to me, and then also, you know, means something to this magic that we're doing. Like, kind of double up.
Yeah, I love a double up, okay? I love when we can make something into, like, multiple things. It works so well. So, Carter's presumption here, Sadie is jealous and she likes Walt, but she never admitted, you know, because she also has a crush on Anubis. We're not talking about right now, but...
Sadie girl! But Walt's holding hands with Jazz.
Oh my god, they held hands. Not me just thinking about how Robert uses hold hands on Discord for more sexual things.
Damn.
So, if you ever see Robert say, oh my god, they, spoiler text bar, held hands.
Oh my god.
What they mean is, they fucked, or, you know.
Very they were roommates kind of vibe.
Yeah. Oh my god, they were roommates. Yeah, so they step away very quickly. It's like, what's going on? Nope, nothing. Don't worry about it. The window is ready, and we're gonna figure out the Book of Ra.
Yeah, we're breaking
I think that's what they were talking about. Maybe not. It's unclear, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's here or later in the chapter. I guess it must be later. But they haven't really explained to Jazz and Walt and their other people who they have, I guess, what exactly is going on. They seem a little spooked about the world possibly ending.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything is okay. It's not like they fought Set or anything last book.
We have a nice narration piece here where it is, once again, like exposition reminding us of last book, but like in an artistic way where Carter's like, I see this in the museum and that like reminds me of like this personal experience that I've had. And I don't know, that it feels really effective to me as like a character building moment also.
Yeah. Because, like, you could honestly do that at any point in the book.
Mhm.
And it doesn't just have to be, like, the first chapter of, like, the second book. You could be like, oh, I passed a sarcophagus, and I remembered my father was entombed in a sarcophagus, and it fucking traumatized me.
Yep.
You know?
That time that I almost had a girlfriend and then she turned into clay and died.
Again, the trauma. So much trauma.
Next thing we really see is a griffin.
Yeah.
A mural of a griffin, I guess. Frieze.
Yeah, but it's the Egyptian version specifically. Interesting.
It's got bristly wings. Like, upside-down steel brushes is what he says, which I like as a description.
I mean, sure, why not? And griffins are apparently protectors. They guarded treasure and stuff. I don't know if that's important. They attacked thieves who might be breaking in.
Yeah, guys, I think I might know what the creature who's going to attack them next chapter is.
Let's see, what's the next chapter title? I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see. Yeah, but also I do love that Carter's like, yeah, let's not forget, Egyptian magic is all about turning words and pictures into reality.
Very important to remember. It's a surprise tool that will help us later, except it's not a tool, it's a trap.
It's a trap. And here we go. We got the god statue. He's 8 feet tall. He's black stone, Egyptian guy, and he's got a face of a ram and some horns and a frisbee-shaped crown.
A sun disk, as you do. So apparently this is one of Ra's personifications, which is Khnum.
Khnum. Rhymes with kaboom.
God.
Yes, he is.
Horus said this holds the secret to finding the Book of Ra. And they're like, I don't know what that means.
That's what Horus said, so we gotta figure it out. Who's the guy on the front is what Walt is asking. And Jazz is like, oh, he made humans, actually. He made them on a potter's wheel. He formed them out of clay.
And she looks to Carter, and Carter's like, I don't fucking remember. So he's just like, yep, great job. So I was like, Walt's the MVP, but actually Jazz and Walt are the ones who have solved this puzzle together. Sadie and Carter, nothing.
I'm surprised Carter wasn't once again like, oh yeah, making people out of clay. Like, you know, Rick did that on the last page, but he could have waited till this page to be like, yes, like my girlfriend who died, but she's not dead because it wasn't her.
But I mean, it was, though. She was a real girl to me.
She was a real girl. She was real because I said she was. And Sadie's just like, this is Bullwinkle? Okay.
Why are we looking at a moose god?
He's not a moose.
He's not. He's a ram. But Walt also thinks he looks like a moose. But no, he's a sun guy, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, so this is where we talk about the 3 aspects of the sun god. Ra was Khepri, the scarab god in the morning, Ra during the day, and Khnum, the ram god at sunset. And Jez is like, the fuck? And Carter's like, well, yeah, just like Carter, he's a zombie in the morning, and then he's a slug in the afternoon.
Thanks, Sadie.
Siblings. We love them. And, you know, when Walt says that Sadie's right, like, it is a moose, he kind of looks like he's thinking about something. Like, something's going on in his brain, and that's maybe what he was talking to Jazz about. I don't know.
You're dropping too many hints, bro. Too many hints.
It's textual.
It's not!
It's textual. Walt gave her a grudging smile, but he looked preoccupied, like something was bothering him. I caught Jazz studying him with a worried expression, and I'd wonder what they'd been talking about earlier.
Okay,
That's textual.
But when you point it out, it makes you have highlighted it with a red pin.
Yes, I like to highlight things and be like, hey guys, this is something that you should think about for later. Worry about that in the back of your mind. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but just worry about that for now.
To me, that just feels like a spoiler, because, I don't know.
I'm not telling them what's happening. I'm just saying
I know!
what's going on.
But if I don't figure it out by myself, then I don't feel like I should know it. I don't know. Our standards are just so different. Yeah.
Well, remember, Ray, I'm the one who likes to watch the recap whenever I watch shows.
I hate that shit. I do not want to know. I don't want to know what character's gonna show up in this episode, and you're just gonna straight up tell me. Yeah.
Because the recap is like, hey, you haven't watched this in a week. Remember what's been going on recently, and maybe this character who was here a while ago is gonna come back. Cool. It's a helpful thing.
It's a spoiler. I don't want to know. If somebody hasn't been here for weeks and you have to try to remind me of who they are, then I know that they're going to show up. And like you've removed all of the dramatic tension of like when they show up. I hate that.
I would like some feedback. Is what I'm doing more spoilery than that? And or is what I'm doing spoilery?
Yeah. Like, I'm sure that I'm probably the only person that would bother, actually. I don't know, though, so I would like to know what the people think.
Are you bothered? I bothered? Okay, yeah, let's stop talking about the moose. No more moose. We need this book. Where's the book? How do we get the book?
So they're still trying to figure out how to take this whole fucking statue, or that's what Sadie's thinking about. And Walt is talking about how the little clay guy has a scarab amulet.
Okay, Jazz, just thinking about this other thing, Jazz is like, I don't think it's gonna fit in my bag. Why didn't anybody think about, reduce, minimize,
that would have been smart.
Honestly, just ideas. Maybe. Let's make it small, take
this
it away.
This is part of the trouble with magic, especially magic that's as flexible as this magic system is. Because, as soon as you establish that a thing can be done at all,
you turn Carter into a lizard.
Yeah, why aren't we doing that all the time?
Did I mention, I don't know if you've noticed this, but one of our listeners on Spotify changed their nickname. They leave us a lot of comments. Scales, I believe. They changed their nickname to Scales the Lizard Wizard.
Fuck yes!
Lizard Wizard! Love
God,
it.
That slaps. Scales, you are the MVP.
Amazing. They've been commenting on all of our past stuff.
Aw, that's delightful.
Like the first 5 seasons. So I'm just like, wait, did you find us and then go back? Or I want to know how that happened. Tell me your story. Email us at oftheoldestgodspod@gmail.com. Yeah, so they're trying to figure some things out with the scarab. It's a common symbol, but it's also the symbol of Khepri, remember? It's a symbol of Ra's rebirth, and K'num is creating new life. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe we need that. Touch the amulet.
Yeah.
And that's where it all goes
we
wrong.
once again see our difference between Sadie and Carter and the way that they approach problems and situations. Because she touches the little scarab, and Carter is like, don't! Immediately is like, do not touch this thing. But this works
chaotic,
out.
He's lawful.
So the chaotic approach, shows immediate results. She has found the scroll, the book, but she goes to grab the book and Carter is saying it might be trapped, and this time Carter's cautious approach is right and Sadie is wrong. It goes back and forth in this one scene, which I think is fun for them.
Yep. Yeah, so she grabs it, there's cracks appearing in the display cases, and then the scroll spontaneously combusts in flames.
Magic flames. It's fine.
Yeah. It's ghostly white flames that she can't shake it out.
Right. And it follows like a gas trail of magic, presumably, over to somewhere.
Yay, ghost fire!
Remember that big freeze at the entrance of the room?
Yeah, that might be part of this, possibly. The scroll is also stuck, maybe, to her hand?
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that, actually.
But we have a diversion in whatever the heck that crashing noise was, so...
A crashing noise and a raspy scream like a really large, really angry parrot. Which I love.
Oh, they want a cracker! That was actually a better parrot voice than I thought I could do.
Yeah, that was pre-Slay.
Another chapter done for the day.
We've done it.
We did it. We did it, y'all. How are we doing? How do we feel about this?
Oh, very good. I'm so excited.
Would you
How about you?
Would you want to be a sow? That sounds cool.
A sow?
The charm maker.
Oh.
That's what Waltz is, remember?
Yes.
It's like
Ugh.
we gotta figure out at some point like what kind of magicians we would be. Like, we know our paths are, but like what kind of magicians? Because like,
Right.
you know, we figured out that Jazz follows Sekhmet and she's a healer because of that, but she also probably could be like a warrior. You know,
Yeah,
there's probably
there are definitely choices to be made.
yeah, there's different choices you could go with. So it's unclear what could be done here. But it's time for plugs.
Shit, I didn't think about it. Do you have a plug?
I do. Guess what? I'm still watching a lot of YouTube videos. Just like I was before the break. And I started watching more D&D YouTube. So
Excellent.
the brain rot. I'm in the middle of D&D YouTube brain rot, basically.
I feel you, man.
Specifically, I'm trying to remember if I've plugged that person before I want to plug this other person, but regardless, I ran out of videos from my usual D&D YouTuber, and then I was like, oh, well, she's friends with this other guy, PointyHat. So I started watching all of the PointyHat videos, and then I ran out. This is what happens to me, is that I just watch everybody's videos until the end of time, and then I'm like, shit, now what do I do with my time? Yeah, so I really love how he does things. He's got his little D&D with a twist series and his tip of the hat series. He either explains something about D&D lore, or he's like, hey, so you know how nobody likes rangers or whatever? What if I made a really cool subclass for them that was cowboys?
That's fun.
And then he just makes a whole a subclass or a sub race, or does something, makes even an NPC or something for some of these things, and puts out a PDF for free of that stuff with the video. Super cute, with art. Amazing. I'm about to start to steal your stuff, PointyHat, for my D&D campaigns.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's free to steal, but also I love it. Amazing. And I love his little gimmick where he's he's just a little wizard hat with an eyeball. That's his little animated character. And then whenever he brings out his actual face, he's like, human familiar, come out. It's funny. It's cute.
Nice. It's the most popular shit right now, but whatever. I fucking loved K-pop Demon Hunters, obviously. If you haven't heard of that, it's a Sony movie that got put onto Netflix instead of into theaters because the world is in a tragedy. Because my god, that shit would have rocked in the movie theaters.
Right? That's what I've only heard good things about this movie. At first I was like, what?
No, literally. So that's what I was about to say. If you haven't watched this because the title sounds stupid, it does. And I feel like that's part of its strength, is that you can't help but have low expectations going in because the title sounds really fucking stupid. But the movie and the music fucking slap. It's so good.
I feel like that just means, hey, this is gonna be some campy, silly shit.
Exactly.
But also, I love that kind of shit. That shit's my jam. My favorite jam. Why do you think I read Rick Riordan books?
Exactly. They have very much taken the camp and embraced it, but also taken their own concept very seriously and are doing shit with it. It's one of those stories where your music is magical, and you use your music as part of your demon hunting, And the thing about it is that this is one of the few times when I actually believe that they are one of the most popular bands in the world, and that their music is good good to kill demons and shit. My god, it slaps. It's high quality K-pop. They did get actual, singers, people in the industry to write the music and perform it. So, that works. I do have certain little gripes about the plot because it has I shouldn't get into it. It's it's doing a very specific metaphor that I feel is a little more opaque than you would really think. And so if you're expecting a certain kind of plot, you're not exactly going to get that, like the message that you kind of expect, because it's doing a very specific message. And that message is really good. And it's about like accepting yourself and, you know, and and I feel like there's another layer where it's like talking about the K-pop industry that I haven't seen anyone talking about, and I should make a Tumblr post. Anyways, movie good. Movie good.
Movie good?
Movie
Wow.
good.
Movie good.
Anyways,
We love when
yes,
movies are
Charlie,
good.
definitely watch it. I mean, like, it's the Spider-Verse people. The animation is so fucking
Oh,
cool.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Officially sold. As if I wasn't already sold on it, but like definitely even more sold.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is a spectacle for the senses. Okay.
We
Yeah, you should
love
release
that.
us from this mortal coil.
I suppose I could do that today. Guys, if you want me to release you, I could, spontaneously combust the scroll that you have on your hand. So
Oh man, it's stuck.
get
Fuck,
out
man.
of my house of life before comes after you.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna come after you.
Okay, well, we'll deal with that next time, guys. Okay,
Or maybe that wedding party will come after you for ruining their fucking wedding. Who knows?
Yep.
How dare you?
Okay, everybody, bye!
Bye. Of the Eldest Gods would like to thank its $10 and up patrons. This means you're either in the Savior of Olympus tier or the God Complex tier on our Patreon, patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. Thank you all so much for your support, especially Matt, our God Complex patron.
You can follow this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send us a message through the Duat to oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about the Riordanverse or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology, no promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. If you want to hear more from me, Raye, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast's Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network with the meme maker Robert called The Bits, where we talk about the Cartoon Network show Steven Universe. I also co-host a non-network podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo. Our music was created and produced by Isabel Strauss-Riggs. You can find Isabel at KaneI, that's I is in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel KaneI. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now we are discussing the Kane Chronicles. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
Have you ever gotten so distracted in Stardew Valley that you forgot to sleep? Have you realised that you have a whole room in your house full of dolls? Or have you even bored your friends to sleep talking about your passion? Well then, Content Capable is the podcast for you. Join me, Sam, as I chat to people passionate about what they do, asking questions about how they fell in love with their passion, what they do, and how it interacts with their day-to-day lives. Catch the podcast every Monday as I find out what makes someone tick, all while gleaning interesting and insightful life lessons along the way. There'll be laughs, a bit of crying, a whole lot of conversations, and we learn just a little bit more about the world around us.
Take 2, Electric Boogaloo.
So true.
But I'm not blue. Here we go. We did it. Thank you. And good night.
Dave X Media.